Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're celebrating Donald Trump's most likely win in the election. Looks like this is the Associated Press. They're all kind of different. Like, there's still one's showing Kamala at like 188 and shit, but the one that you see on Google when you first look it up is 224 Kamala, 267 Donald Trump. So Trump needs 270 to win. He's most likely gonna win. Uh, yep, we'll see here in the next little bit when they all go through, but he saved the cats and dogs. But we got some of this twisted tea, this hard iced tea. I think this is a 12 pack, so we got peach original half and half and raspberry. Probably gonna start off drinking the half and half. It's not over. Well, yeah, unless the Democrats pull their shit and there's a whole bunch of truckloads of uncounted ballots, maybe at the last minute, but in all reality, it's probably most likely going to Trump because Kamala Harris is a pretty weak candidate. So, yeah, multiple outlets have called it orange. We're just going for the AP poll showing Trump with a insurmountable lead, pretty much. Like, look, these are leaning red, so once these come in, like he's gonna easily win it. Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona, and Alaska just haven't finished counting, but Alaska, he's definitely gonna get it. Gets 3 electoral votes. So if he wins Alaska, which look, he's projected to win Alaska. If he does that, he wins. So if he wins any of these that he's projected to win, Michigan, he's up by a couple percent, 1%. Alaska, he's up by more than 5%. So if he wins that, he wins the race. So it's definitely. Did you see Zombie's new channel? No, dude. Tell me what. I'll mod you, and then you could link it. Yeah, let's watch it. We could watch some zombies to celebrate, but let's see here. What is this? Raspberry. Full robotic form. That sounds like an old channel I would have made. What is that? Raspberry. We're celebrating. Does he stream? Like, does he make videos? Oh, let's drink an original. I'm gonna drink an original twisted tea. Dude, put a link in, Orange. That's why I made you the mod, so you can put a link. But yeah, I voted for Trump, even though I'm in Washington State, so I kind of expected my vote to not count, because Washington only votes Democrat. Even though my state voted for, Kamala, of course, which I already knew. I still voted for Trump, so at least I helped him win the popular vote. So I think this is the first time in like 20 years that a Republican has won the popular vote as well. So Trump's gonna a clean, full win, electoral college and popular vote. So it's pretty sick. Info about zombies. Does he stream? Oh shit, he just streamed 2 hours ago. Oh, he's telling people to report. Oh, dude, he got Starlink. Shit. Oh, he got Starlink. Dude, yeah, he's posting a lot. I just did a stream a couple hours ago.
Yes, makes me smile or something along them lines. Yeah.
Were there one of us, Bibby?
But even Alaska, it's almost as big as America. But then,
No, it's
like
not.
Texas is huge. Dude,
Shit, dude. Yeah, he's streaming a shit. Nice. How'd you find that? Oh yeah, if he doesn't want old viewers, then I'll come in. I'll come in under an alt. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna celebrate Trump's projected win. Can you just can they just stop stalling? Like, come on, fucking Nevada, Arizona, or even Alaska. Just one of you fucking finish counting. I feel like kind of a douchebag because I mean, yeah, they've multiple outlets have called it, but this one's the main one and they haven't called it yet. But it's likely, you know. Twisted Tea original. Not too bad. Yeah, I'll use the sock, but I mean, dude, how'd you find that channel? It's pretty cool. Well, people, I wonder if I'll get a lot of viewers. Who's called it for Trump? I think even CNN called it for Trump already. Okay. No, CNN hasn't called it. No, I'm not seeing anyone calling it. I think Fox probably called it, but it's like, yeah. It like when CNN calls it for Trump, then that's when you know that it's like real. Because I mean, Fox can call it for Trump, but like they love Trump anyway. So it's a conservative at work, but when CNN calls it, you know, it's when the fat ladies start singing. You know. Yeah, that's weird. That's cool. Zombies has a new channel. Thought he would have left YouTube. He's a fucking asshole though if he doesn't want old viewers. Looks like he had a lot of subs. I'm gonna drink about 12. Alright, so I got a 12 pack of these Twisted Teas and I got two Old English 800s. I got some 240 ounces. Do you think I could drink all of that in one night to celebrate the Donald Trump victory? 12 Twisted Teas, 240 ounces. I think I'd black out before I got. Dude, I'd be like almost blackout by the end of 12 Twisteds, but then like as soon as I started drinking the fucking 40, I'd pass the fuck out. It's probably gonna take at least 3 of these Twisteds to get me feeling pretty good. We're gonna watch some Dragon Lord Frodo in the meantime. I just wanna. Can this fucking thing be over? I was a woman addicted to porn. Not interested. They legalized shrooms in Massachusetts. That's pretty cool. Are shrooms legal here? I don't think so. They're probably decriminalized. They're probably not fully legal. Like, they don't sell them in a store. You can't get shrooms in a store here. I think shrooms are even illegal in California. I don't even know if they're decriminalized. I'm pretty sure Gavin Newsom voted against legalizing them at all. So even like a super liberal state, they're not, even California, they're not fucking legal. But California is like weird. Cause like when gay marriage came to vote, they're like, you'd think that California would legalize it, and they didn't. Like that's when Arnold was governor. California voted no against gay marriage. So it's like, they'll vote for blue, they'll vote for Democrat like president every time, but when it comes to other issues, then they don't. Arnold was he's not very Republican now, but Arnold was a Republican, so my state's even more fucking liberal. They haven't voted for a Republican governor. And no Republican governor and no Republican president since 1980. So even California and New York can't say that. They've done both. Now we got that car running again.
America.
He's doing his zombie shit. Who's this?
I was speaking and it was registering it way out.
Is he trying to destroy his fucking tires? I just heard a little stupid sensor fucking beep.
And we got this whole bag of weird bullets.
What the fuck was he? Dude, he's even
Bag.
crazier. Look at him. He's doing even crazier shit than what he used to do.
And we got this whole bag.
What the
of
fuck
weird
is he
bullets.
wearing?
Oh, we put the blender in there.
Dude, you can tell he's still getting fucking hammered and just doing stupid shit. There's no way he's doing any of this sober.
Okay, I got my safety goggles on. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what's inside there? There's a blender. There's a whole blender, cord and all. And some bullets and then leaves. I put some leaves in there. About 2 minutes. Oh shit. Fuck this shit.
Shit's gonna start on fucking fire. Oh, it didn't do anything.
Hey, what are you doing over there? Oh, I'm just microwaving some fucking bullets. Why are you doing that? I don't know. For YouTube or some dumb shit. I don't
Just
fucking know. I'm kinda
microwaving
curious
bullets.
myself. You want to come over here and watch me microwave some fucking bullets?
He just fucking destroys it. He's still doing crazy shit, dude. Dude, does this guy not know how to edit?
And I'm like, oh no, I don't like that. Zombie, would it be dead?
Oh, I broke two things. Yeah, I broke my microwave in my car.
And then somebody was in the bushes watching me break the microwave. And I'm like, oh no, I don't like that.
He's still smoking and drinking, dude.
That's probably good though, because they're like, what's Aaron doing? And they're like,
This is Bibby. If he asks, tell him Bibby sent you. Oh, okay.
spying on me in the bush. And they're like, well, Aaron's microwaving bullets. Well, at least he ain't doing something weird. Okay, bye.
Does he like it?
Don't use the good stuff. And you will be.
Imagine it's like weird. These people just discovered him. They don't even know who fucking Zombies is. They don't know half the shit this motherfucker's done.
That's enough.
It looks like he's on the same old bullshit though.
That kind of sucks. Okay, it's really hot. Goodness.
Just making weird shit like usual.
Bippity boppity.
It's making weird shit, getting drunk, destroying shit. You know, the usual zombie stuff. Talk about zombies.
We're gonna add some cheese. Cheese. Oh, cheese. Even
His new fans love him. Is he still talking about all the zombie shit and calling people pedos, or is he still doing like the zombies stuff that we knew? Like, is he calling people pedos? Is he saying everyone's a zombie? Like, is he still doing the same shit? He's still doing the same crazy shit. He's probably smearing food on his face and ripping it, getting so drunk that he's ripping up all his shirts and destroying shit and drinking a fifth a fucking day. So he's still calling people zombies, still calling people pedos. So he's doing everything just the same, right? He's still getting drunk and doing crazy shit all the time, you know? So he's still same old zombies. I mean, I didn't really expect much else. I didn't expect too much change, you know? Still doing the same old, same old. Has he even mentioned Noodles yet? Or has he told anybody about his old community? It's like... I haven't even seen that motherfucker anywhere around the community. I only saw him on that Mel Pandora, but apparently he has a channel, so. It's fucking epic, though. He's still making crazy shorts. How long has he had this channel for? Still schizo posting all this stuff. June 26th? Fuck, dude. Man, how come no one found out about him sooner? Fucking zombies. Still going. Months? He's been going for months? Fucking no way, dude. Still talking about Colton Wood. I saw in his fucking community post. So, still talking about the same people, apparently. Still telling people to mass report Colton Wood and shit. And he tried to fucking hide. We found him. Dude, fuck that piece of shit, zombies. I'm beefing with him now. If he has a fucking StreamYard panel, I'm gonna fucking pop up, bro. I'll be like, hey, motherfucker, you tried to hide. Try again, bitch. Tried, but you didn't try hard enough, motherfucker. We got you. He's the fucking zombie now. Tried and fucking failed. We got him. I don't understand why he doesn't go on Rumble or something, dude. If he thinks if he could get away with what he does on YouTube, dude, he could do a million times worse on fucking Rumble and still get away with it. He's still on fucking YouTube. Dude, it's like YouTube is like really strict sometimes, but then like people like zombies that they don't give a shit about. It's like he didn't get his old channel deleted. He talks about Noodles, but not by name, yeah. That's because none of those people know who he was anyway, Noodles. I've never seen any of those people in the Boyd. So they just don't know about that community. Fucking ignoramuses. We know who they all are, but Trump dynasty is back. Fuck yeah, Steve. Trump won, bro. See, I only vote for fucking winners. This is my first election I've ever voted in, and I voted for someone who won, so I'm 100%. He hasn't technically won yet, but he's gonna. Yeah, oh, Kamala Harris wins New Jersey. What the fuck? No one cares. Can Trump just win again? Okay, he has over a 95% chance of victory, so it's pretty good. I saw on one of those betting sites, Trump is like 99%. They have him at 99% to win. And like look at the Alaska, he's 6%, 6.1%. No, he's actually, I don't know where those other percentages are, but if Trump just even gets Alaska, he wins. If he gets any of these states, he's gonna win. So the gray ones are like undecided, but these are red leaning, so these will probably be red. So if he wins like any one of these, 10, 15, 6, 11, or 3, he only needs 3 to win. So for yeah, so let's say Kamala gets Maine, which is leaning blue. Okay, so she's at 228. Trump gets any of these states, he wins the whole fucking thing. Hawaii voted blue, you know, it's like 4 electoral votes. I don't even see a vote count. It's like a 99% probability that Trump is gonna win at this point. She can't win. Like, look at this. These states are all in. These are all red. These are all all the blue ones are Kamala states that she won, except for Maine. She's leaning to win Maine. Kamala and Trump is leaning to win any of these states. Even if by like some miracle like Kamala wins one of these, she still doesn't have enough to win. Trump just needs one more state. Any of these states he wins. So yeah. I should have fucking betted, dude. I even told my dad, I was like, hey, should I bet on the election? Like, I'm gonna bet for Trump because my whole family, except for I guess my aunts, voted for Donald Trump. So I was gonna bet on Trump because dude, even yesterday I didn't even know who's gonna fucking win. I wanted Trump to win, but I didn't know who's gonna win. I haven't talked about it today, like earlier. I was like, wonder who's gonna win. Like, I want Trump to win, but I don't know if he's gonna win. But now it's like, dude, I know he's gonna win. I should have fucking voted like a couple days ago. I should have just been like, hey, I'm gonna put my money on Trump, dude. Just even like a week ago, it probably would have been like 50-50 chance. Like, people didn't know. But now, it's like on election night, it's like clearly Trump's gonna win in the popular and the electoral college. Like, so he gets the full fucking whammy. But I'm 100% on elections. I haven't lost yet. Yeah, they said Pennsylvania was like the key battleground state. Like, that's the state that if like either candidate won it, like their probability would go up, and Trump won it. So I don't even know what's Prop 1. I don't even know what the fuck it doesn't tell you what Prop 1 is. I don't know if it's Republican. I just did a full Republican ballot, and then all the nonpartisan offices that had like a write-in, I just wrote myself in. I just did a full Republican sweep, and then I wrote myself in for the nonpartisan offices. What if I won one of them? That'd be fucking hilarious. I could be like a government bureaucrat, not do anything, and get paid for it. That sounds awesome. I'd be like, hey, my promise to the people that elected me is I'm gonna drink an excessive amount of alcohol with the funds that I receive from you, and I will not do anything to benefit you whatsoever. Thank you for voting for Nolan in 2024. I will buy drugs, alcohol, guns, and hookers with your election money. Thank you very much. If Kamala had won, everyone in the world would be granted U.S. citizenship. Yeah. Dude, if the Democrats had their way, they would crush fucking Donald Trump. If the Democrats had their way, all the illegal immigrants would be able to vote, and guess who they'd be voting for? If Democrats had their way, they'd get at least like 10 million people to vote for them, and they'd probably win. They could probably like flip Texas and all the border states, but apparently the U.S. election does have some integrity after all, and illegal immigrants can't vote because they need. I think you need like a. I registered to vote before I was even 18 when I got my driver's license. I didn't register. I pre-registered to vote, but you need like some. Even in Washington State, you still need some proof of identifications. That's like an ID. But I don't think you. I don't even know. Can you register without being a citizen? Because you need some sort of ID, and to get like that form of ID, you need like a social security number. So I don't even think you could even get registered at all if you're not if you're a non-citizen. But yeah, dude, if Democrats had their way, they would so win. That's why they want amnesty and they want all those people to be fucking full U.S. citizens. Because guess who they're gonna vote for if they do that? They're gonna vote for the Democrats. But hey, I say keep them illegal. Keep them illegal. Don't give them anything, because it's a guaranteed way for Democrats to win. Yeah, dude. I'm sure, like, dude, there's probably illegal immigrants who voted in the election, but like they found a way and they got mailed a ballot and they filled it out. But it's like apparently it wasn't in big enough numbers to give the Democrats a win, so. I already voted. I don't know all this election night bullshit. My state has had early mail-in balloting for like 15 years, so I think that's how most people in Washington vote. We mail it in. I mailed my ballot in like a week ago, so I voted and vote on election night, but yeah, even if the Democrats harvested my fucking vote, whatever, they would have won anyway. It's a blue state, But I did help Trump win the popular vote, so which it doesn't matter for the presidency, but still, I should have bet on fucking Donald Trump to win electoral and fucking popular. Should have bet a bunch of money on it. Could have won a shitload. If I bet like a week ago or a couple days ago. Yeah, dude, fuck Hong Kong and Taiwan. Just kidding. Kamala Harris said she supports the one China policy, so that's very anti-Taiwan and Hong Kong since she said that. She said she supports one China, two systems. We should just give them independence. Like, just give Hong Kong and Taiwan independence. Like, come on. What's my opinion on Israel and Palestine? Well, it is Israel's land. But, yeah, you could say, like, hey, the West Bank is Israel's land, so the Palestinians shouldn't be there. Because Palestine is not a country, that's Israel's land. But I've heard, like, Golan Heights is, like, Syria, and Israelis moved there. And, like, they've occupied that area since the 60s. So it's like, if you support Israel having all their land, then you can't also support Israel taking over part of Syria, like the Golan Heights and shit like that. Yeah, so the Golan Heights is occupied by Israel. Yeah, so it's occupied by Israel, but it's technically part of Syria, so it's like you can't really support one or the other because Israel also occupies land that's not its. Dude, people in Hong Kong love Trump. I mean, shit, dude. Here in where I live, it's like 8 out of 10 political signs you see are for Donald Trump, so he probably won my county. He won Spokane County, but he probably won like most of the counties in Washington, but not like the important ones, which is King County, which is like Seattle, but it's because like Seattle and Tacoma are gonna vote fucking blue every time in the surrounding areas around Seattle. Spokane will fucking vote red, but yeah, dude, Donald Trump won. Like he should. Let's. He didn't officially win yet. He probably won't officially win for like a while because like I don't know if the Democrats are gonna contest it. I don't know what Kamala has said about it. They shouldn't. I mean, it's their right to like demand recounts and contest it. Like they're allowed to legally, but it's like, come on. When the Republicans did it last election, the Democrats threw a fucking pissy fit. So it's like. Is how every election is gonna be. It's like the other side is just always gonna fucking take it to court. And it's like, I don't think 2016 was like that. They didn't even do that. Just Trump won. That was it. 2020, Republicans threw a fucking hissy fit. 2024, Trump is probably gonna win. So hopefully the Democrats don't like drag it out and all this bullshit. And it's like even with all their mail-in balloting, which really does favor like Democrats in like swing states and stuff like that, they still lost. So it's like it's just because Kamala is not a very like likable candidate. They should have gotten someone better for the Democrats. It's like if the Democrats wanted a better chance of winning, they should have got someone more popular than Kamala. Didn't she get like 2% of the primary vote when she ran last time? And this time, to be the presidential nominee, guess what percentage of the vote she got? 0. No one voted for Kamala Harris to be their nominee. So it's like no wonder she didn't win. She's so unpopular that literally no one voted for her to be the presidential nominee. The Democratic Party just put her there. When I voted for the presidential nominees, guess what options there were? Donald Trump and Joe Biden, not Kamala Harris. I don't even get how that works, that Biden just concedes and it goes to Kamala, like. But she lost anyway, so that really shows how popular she is for the Democrats. They should have selected someone better. Like, if they want any chance of winning, why did they go for someone that got 2% of the vote back in 2020? It's like, it's almost like maybe the Democrats put her there just because they knew that they're like, hey, we don't really have any strong candidates now. There's no real strong contenders. Donald Trump is just, he's gonna, of course, he's gonna win the popularity contest. Like going into it, everybody knows who Donald Trump is. Kamala Harris, she's like no one fucking knew her before, other than being the vice president. So it's like Donald Trump went. Any publicity is good publicity, even if Trump's controversial. Way more people know his name. You know, it's a household name. Kamala Harris, not as much. The Democrats didn't really have anyone like that, so they're like, well, maybe this will be like a save round for us. Let's put someone on there. You know, she doesn't have to win. We don't want an actual chance for winning. Just put Kamala up there. 4 years for the Republicans, you know, 4 years for Republican, and then, you know, maybe in that 4 years we'll get someone we'll get someone better to put into office and like actually have a chance of winning this thing. Like, why don't they put Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom is better than Kamala Harris. If the Democrats want like a real chance of winning, what they should have like Gavin Newsom or something. Because Gavin Newsom is like, you know, he did like debates with people. I know Kamala Harris did a debate, but I think Gavin Newsom is like a better debater. He's a governor. What is Kamala Harris? Just vice president, and then senator too. It's like you should get someone big up there like a governor. I don't even. Who's gonna run for the Democrats now? It's like Joe Biden, old dementia. No. Kamala Harris lost and is already super unpopular even in her own party. No. It's like I don't. Who else do they have to run off of? You know. Gavin Newsom already ran for president, and so no. It's like, who do the Democrats really have? But on the flip side, now for Trump is probably gonna serve. It's pretty much guaranteed to win this one. He's gonna serve 2 terms. So who do the Republicans really have? That's like a real I think Republicans have more like outstanding candidates that have a better chance. They have Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, very popular with Republicans. They could put Ron DeSantis in next time. They got Vivek Ramaswamy. He's pretty popular. Probably Redemption Films wouldn't surprise me. So like Vivek, so you got Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis. We should get like, I don't know, maybe like Ben Shapiro, like someone like really popular should run for a Republican next time, because you know Trump's gonna be old and possibly dead. They should get fucking, you know, Ben Shapiro should fucking run. How old is Ben Shapiro now? He just has to be over 35. He'd get enough support to actually go on the ballot. Oh, he's 40? Yeah, fucking, I don't know why Shapiro doesn't run. He actually has a chance. He has like that star power, like enough people know who he is. This Twisted Tea is pretty good. I want to try the half and half. This original doesn't taste too bad neither. It's pretty good. "2028 potential Democrat candidates: Jose de Guzman, the third, born in Guatemala, running mate Mohammed Rakesh Panchayat, born in Mumbai." You wouldn't surprise me, bro. But now, dude, Trump said he's gonna fucking sign him back, so I don't. Is Trump really gonna return to sender? Like, is he gonna do a fucking return on him? I don't know. Dude, hopefully. It's not being racist or anything like that. Because think about it, if you're a citizen of a country and you have millions of people not from your country that don't go through any process, going into your country and just being released and like working, and then like receiving the benefits of your country without providing for your country. Sure, they work and contribute to the economy, like farming and stuff, but guess what they also don't do? They don't pay any taxes. They don't pay any income taxes. The only tax they pay is sales tax. They don't pay any federal income tax, no state income tax. It's like what citizen of any country wouldn't be upset at that? So it's like it's not racist to say, hey, maybe you should deport those people. It's like every country has a right to like protect their national security. It's not racist if a country protects their national security. You can't just have millions of people coming in, like literally almost uncontrolled amounts of people coming in every single day and taking up resources from citizens that were born in your country, work there, and pay taxes for it. Like it's not sustainable. So you have to send those people back. Like, come on. I know, yeah. Obama was harsher, but that was like a different time. Like now, it's like racist to enforce national security. Like liberals consider it like fucking racist to enforce your national security and like the laws of your country. Back then, no. Even fucking didn't Bill Clinton. I think even recently Bill Clinton even said something about like he's like, yeah, we could let them in, but we actually have to process them and do a background check, which they don't do. They don't even do that. So it's like if you're gonna let them in, can you at least know who these fucking people are? You know? And then guess what? Like 4 months before the election, then the Democrats, the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris campaign started becoming more like, oh, we want to support national security now. Like we want to enforce the rules on the border. It's like you can do that for the first 3 years and 8 months. Like really, you just had to let in millions of people before you started deciding to actually give a shit about your country's national security. It's like, yeah, Bush and Obama. Dude, it was just a different time. Like that was a different time when Obama was fucking president. Like politics before 2016 were different. Like even Democrats were like way more sensible. Like Bill Clinton in the 90s said abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. Nowadays, look at what Democrats their opinion is on abortion. They're like, safe, I guess. Super legal, like overly legal. Not rare at all, like literally dime a dozen. And like full fucking 9 months. Like tons of liberals want full fine. So you see how their policies changed on abortion. Back in the 90s too. 90s, early 2000 Democrats were like, let's actually enforce national security and like deport illegal immigrants, not let them in. Nowadays, like 2024, look at what it is now. Like their policies have changed so much. Dude, Western countries are gonna realize that they can't letting in tons of refugees and illegal immigrants is not sustainable. You can't do it. They'll think it's nice. They'll be like, oh look, we have to boost our workforce because our population isn't creating enough babies, you know. And then like 10 years later, guess what? They're like, shit, dude, we made a big mistake. They're like, crime has gone up a lot. Most of these people don't really contribute to the country like citizens do. Like they're having way more kids than our population. They aren't assimilating into the culture of the country. They're staying in their areas. They're not leaving. their areas are now filled with like a bunch of crime. It's like they think it's nice because they get a big boost to their workforce that they're losing, but then after like 10 years, the country's governments are like shit. We made a mistake letting all these people in. It's like Syria, the Syrian refugees in Europe. A lot of those countries now they're voting in right-wing candidates that are gonna send them back because it they thought it was nice. Then like 10 years later, they're like, hey, the war in Syria, there is no active war in Syria now. So these refugees should probably go back because there's no war in Syria. So it's like, hey, these people were fleeing a war. Now that there's no war, can we send them back? And they're like, no. It's like, well, why? You know? I'd say, yeah, if a refugee is like legitimately needs to flee, it's during the time of their war. It's like when they go to a country, yeah, stay there. But when the war is over, what reason do you have not to go back if that was your reason to leave? Like, well, it's like fine to let in immigrants and refugees, but it's like most of the time, dude, they don't assimilate. Like they don't start speaking your language. They don't adopt the culture. Like a lot of times they don't follow the laws of the country. So it's like every legal immigrant has to go through assimilation process with the country, like learning the culture and the language. But it's like, guess what? Refugees and illegal immigrants, massive amounts of people who don't have to go through any background checks or testing to become citizens. They don't have to do any of that, so they don't have to adapt to the country, you know? They don't have to integrate with the country. It's like that's a problem, dude. It's like that doesn't work. Yeah, and it's like the laws of fucking Syria and the laws of Sweden are a lot fucking different, you know? It's like what's okay in Syria during wartime and what's okay in Sweden, you know, on an everyday basis is completely different. Like, you know. Now, dude, a lot of those European countries are just voting for like more right-wing governments that are promising to like deport them and be stricter on like their border policy. And they're getting elected a lot because it's like the Europeans are sick of them, you know. But like the problem in Europe is not half as bad as it is in America, because yeah, Europe probably let in, you know, a couple million refugees from like Africa and Middle Eastern countries, but dude, America let in like 12 million in just the past like 4 years. So yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an immigrant or a refugee, but it's like the government of a country's priority shouldn't be other countries. It should be for their country and their citizens. It's like what's wrong with saying that? It's like the government is literally there to enforce the laws of the country and make the lives of its citizens of that country better. It's not to not enforce the laws of the country and introduce laws that aren't good for your citizens and make the lives of your citizens worse. It's a very simple concept of government. Like it's supposed to be meant like for the people of that country and to like help them have better lives. Like is that really that difficult to understand? Like No, like the reason why countries shouldn't be like internationalistic, like the U.S. and Europe and stuff, because it's like, because then it's like double standards for a country. Like, hey, let's say America is gonna send millions of dollars to one country, billions of dollars to one country, and then there's another country that has it even worse, and they don't send any money to it. It's like they only do it for like political reasons, like Ukraine, like America sending money to Ukraine. It's like they're doing it for like political reasons and like clout. So it's like, and then they won't send money to like some Western African country that is struggling and has civil wars every fucking year, but they'll send it to Ukraine. And it's like, then when countries start getting internationalist and start sending the money to one country, one poor country that has a bad situation rather than the other, it's like if every country's government just exclusively focuses on that country and like helping its citizens, if every single country did that, then there'd be way less problems in the world than like one really rich nation supporting another nation that's poor but not the other. And then like all these other countries do that. It's like if every country just worked for itself, like and there's no internationalism, like it was just all nationalist, like that would be so much better for the world, you know. Cause like look where like where America invests money in, it actually the countries usually turn out even shittier. Like America's like, oh, I'm gonna bring fucking freedom to Afghanistan, and guess who runs fucking Afghanistan now? That they're worse than they were before America came. Like before America came, it was it was like the Afghanistan government. Now it's the Taliban. They wasted 20 years in Afghanistan for nothing. Like the Taliban won, you know. America was in Vietnam. Guess what? They lost and the country's a communist country now. So it's like they didn't gain anything, you know. And the less internationalism you have, the less wars you have. Because if every country exclusively focuses on just like its citizens and like the people within inside their borders, if they're just focused on nationalism and they aren't focused on internationalism and like geopolitics, and there'd be less war, you know. It's like nationalism is not a bad thing at all. It's when nationalism turns into other stuff like you know, it's like USSR, fucking Nazi Germany, like that's like bad nationalism. Like good nationalism is where you just stick to your one country, but you don't think you're like dominant over ones, and you could just like take over ones and expand your power. Like it's just all be in like one area, you know. Like the US has so many problems right now, like economically, socially, politically. Like they don't have the resources to help like other countries and shit. Like it's like America should stop its fucking funding to Ukraine and fucking Israel, and they should work on repaying back the $35 trillion of debt that we have, and sending back people who don't contribute to our society with taxes. They're like literally taking jobs away from American citizens and hurting the economy. Like, anyway, you play some Dragon Lord Frodo right now.
So this is why I'm doing this video. And I guess what happens is when you're subscribed,
you get a notification every single time I upload a video. So now that I know that my rich uncle is watching this one is for you, cocksucker. First off, okay, I'm not mentioning your name because it's stupid.
Mark.
First off, okay, here's what happened. So my rich uncle told my mom that I had this video on YouTube how I'm being ungrateful about my tablet and all this other bullshit. Okay? Which I kind of am, okay? But that's the point. I mean, the tablet wasn't supposed to be... here's the thing. My mom made it out to be that the tablet was supposed to be a gift, okay, for Christmas. It's supposed to be a Christmas gift. But I don't consider it a Christmas gift because it was owed to me, okay? And I'm not saying that in, like, you know, having my hand out. What I'm saying is, my dad broke my tablet, my other tablet that he threw in the wash because he couldn't, you know, fucking take something out of a bag. Because, and you know the reason why he said that? Because I don't want to touch your dirty drawers. Okay? But, you know, when my mom say my tidy grays or something like that, I don't know, but that's the other thing. My mom sat there and said, why don't you have underwear that fit you? And you know what I told her? I said, listen,
That's one
because you
Shandad.
buy my fucking underwear. That's why. You know, that's like the kid I seen at the store the one time, and like some little fucking, like, you know, 6-year-old boy, and I don't know, some guy was there, probably his dad or something, and the guy was like, you look like a Polak. Who dressed you? And the kid said, you did. Well, there goes your argument there. So, you buy the underwear, you make them too big, I wear the underwear, now you're bitching. Classic circular argument, right? But no, it gets better. So my mom sat there and we watched the whole video of me ranting and raving about the Christmas gift. The
I'm probably
tablet
gonna
and all
smoke a
that.
ciggy.
I'm just thinking.
He's drinking another
you
fucking
know,
beer.
I don't really give a shit about it. You know, I don't really give a shit how they feel about my videos. But I know my rich uncle
Let's drink a half and
does,
half.
and hear me out a second here, but I'm actually making this video because I know he watches, you know. I know. So this is a little video to him, and I'm not even mentioning names. I'm saying that numerous occasions on this video. I'm not mentioning his name because my rich uncle already threatened to have me arrested if I bring up certain things. So, and they're all I know that they're all bullshit, you know, threats to have me arrested. And I'll go into that later. But here's some of the things I can't bring up. I can't say his real name, okay? That's just a respect thing. I don't really give a shit, okay? I can't say where he works. In a company that employs thousands of people, how are they gonna find out who one guy's fucking nephew is? You know what I'm saying? Especially when we may or may not have the same last name. Keep that in mind.
They don't.
Okay? So I'm not allowed to bring up the name of the company that he works for. Okay? Which is funny too, because you know, on Yelp, you could make a review about any store, any restaurant, but somehow his company is above, you know, a bad review. That makes no sense. I can go on YouTube right now or Yelp or whatever and say anything I want. Like I could do a bad review. Okay.
The half and half
about
doesn't really taste any different
certain
than the original.
restaurants or something. You know, Grandma Mora's is an excellent Mexican restaurant, but El Palanque fucking sucks. Okay, you see what I'm saying here? So yeah, that's all part.
Dude, you've heard me talk about this guy, Steve. Like, you gotta watch Dragon Lord Frodo. You can watch his new videos on Rumble. He's been uploading videos for like 12 years probably. Still makes fucking videos every day almost on Rumble. Dude, you just gotta watch dude, he's fucking crazy. Dude, I know this guy's full name, phone number, address, and social security number. Guess from where? All from his videos. I just been watching his videos. I already know his full name, address, phone number, and social security. Full name, address, phone number, social security number. And it's just from him talking. Just watch Dragon Lord Frodo, bro.
Like I can go on YouTube and say Pyramid Development sucks just like Benderson Development, which is where he works. Benderson Development. See, see now I said the name of the company he works for, Benderson. Now we get to go into that bullshit right now, and I'm thoroughly convinced that Benderson is a terrorist organization, and here's why. Okay. Here's why. Okay. First off, they are a Jewish company. Okay. Now, hear me out. What is the difference between a Muslim terrorist, a Jewish terrorist, and a Christian terrorist. Well, what's the big difference? Like, what's the difference between them? There really isn't. You know, it's just, you know, it's just whenever, you know, it's all bullshit in the end, okay? Terrorism is terrorism, okay? Doesn't matter if you're wearing a fucking, those little Muslim hats. I don't even know, kufi. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Dude, I'm gonna
Or
get so drunk
they're
tonight.
wearing a yarmulke, or they're wearing like a fucking big fucking, I don't know what the fuck that big fucking cone that the Pope wears. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter. It's still killing in the name of some kind of stupid religion. You know what I'm saying? Benderson Development is a Jewish organization run by a Jew, Nate Benderson, and they support Israel. Okay? Israel is a terrorist organization, but the United States supports them because they're Jewish. They do a lot of the same shit that the Muslims do to other non-Muslims, and some Muslims too. You know, let's not forget that a lot of these, you know, terrorist attacks also killed Muslims too. You know, what's the difference? What is the real difference? You know what I'm saying? They support Israel, who in turn supports terrorist attacks against Palestine. And I'm not making
this was
Palestine
6 years
out to
ago.
be a saint, because it goes back and forth between them. Okay, it just seems that we condemn one as the United States. We condemn one over the other because somehow, somewhere, because 6 million Jews were killed in Nazi Germany, somehow anything that you say about a Jewish person is automatically, you're a Nazi. Okay, that seems to be the big, what do you call it? The big, you know, thing here. But the thing is that when you work for when you work for an organization that funds terrorists, okay, not even, you know, I'm not saying that people for Benderson Development are over there blowing themselves up, but they fund a lot of this bullshit. You know, when you work for a place like that, if okay, let's say Benderson Development was owned by a Muslim, and a lot of their profits go to support like some weird fucking place in the Muslim world, they'd be raided in a heartbeat, okay? And that's the whole point here, is that, you know, all the people that work for this company would be put on a terrorist watch list. And so when you work for a place that supports terrorist attacks, doesn't matter who it is or who they're against.
Let's
It's
check the
terrorism.
election.
Okay? You know,
Dude, it
you
hasn't even
got
fucking
Christians,
moved.
Weirdo Christians that go around and try to blow up abortion clinics or whatever. That's Christian terrorism. You got Jews that shoot Muslims, and you got Muslims who shoot Jews and Christians and blow up shit. So really, what the fuck is the difference here? I don't get it. Like, but anyway, when you work for a terrorist organization, you are a terrorist, okay? So now that I got that out of the way, and now that I called my rich uncle's work, that is Benderson Development, a terrorist organization, now let's get on to my rich uncle himself. He was making threats to say, oh, I'm going to have you arrested if you bring up Benderson. Oh boy. So you're going to have me arrested if I say the word Benderson on video? That's like if... Okay. When I'm done fucking... When I get my head shit, because I'm fucking laughing my ass off, okay, over here.
Dude, check it out. I can just download whatever video I fucking want, bro. Look, dude. I got that IDM. I can download whatever fucking video I want. Any platform. YouTube,
That's
whatever.
like saying... Okay, this is like saying that...
They're fast fucking downloads, too.
Somebody from
IDM speeds up your downloads.
McDonald's, okay, is going to have me arrested because I made a complaint on YouTube that I found like a hair on my fries or something like that. Okay, it's not gonna fly. The freedom of speech. So pretty much what you're saying is you're gonna try to have me arrested for putting down your work, which is actually freedom of speech, by the way. It's actually it's the First Amendment, and I know that you're going to be pissed at me about it, but I don't care. Okay? I know you're going to be fucking pissed when I say this. Okay? When you sit there and open up your little computer and it says, Michael Constantino has pissed when I say this. Okay? When you sit there and
Kamala Harris. Cause like, look.
Benderson name. Because and Muslims do to other non-Muslims, and some Muslims too. You know, let's not forget, fucking uploaded a new video, and the new video is gonna say, Dragon Lord Frodo rants about Benderson Development, and the name of the company is gonna be in all capitals. Okay, you're gonna say, okay, here we go, and it's gonna piss you off. I know that, but the thing is that I know you have the right to be pissed off. I know this. But you don't have the right to have somebody arrested, because that's what the First Amendment is. Okay, you have the right to say to pretty much say whatever you want. Okay, and you can't be arrested for it. Okay. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, you know, employers. Well, I'm not talking about employers right now. And frankly, we don't discuss my employment status anymore. I don't discuss it with my parents anymore. I don't discuss if I have a job or not anymore. It's none of their business. It's none of your business. Okay?
Drinking fucking
it's none of my rich
twisted
uncle's
tea.
business or my parents' business. Because you know what? If they find out I have a job, you know what's going to happen? All my information is going to be forwarded to my rich uncle. Okay? So I just not tell him anything anymore. Screw it. So yeah, have fun. My nephew said something naughty about my employer. That's what it's gonna sound like. So, don't threaten me, okay? This is one of those lies that I keep saying, okay? You're lying to get an edge, you know? you don't want me talking about Benderson? Well, then he's gonna just lie about, you know, oh, I'm gonna have you arrested. You can't have me arrested for making a bad review about your employer. Like I said, that's like if McDonald's will have me arrested and thrown by, and what kind of charge is that anyway? What is that? Oh, he's making a bad review. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not illegal to say something about a company, okay?
Damn.
By the way, this water isn't for my CPAP. Just want to make that clear. This water is something I just keep. It probably was for my CPAP at one point, but yeah, I don't even buy I don't even buy distilled water anymore because I know how to make distilled water. Okay, so this isn't for my CPAP. It probably was at one point that I used it, and now I just drink. Now I just keep filling this up repeatedly. So I know how to make distilled water, so it doesn't even matter. I don't even buy distilled water because I know how to make it. Just basic chemistry right there. But anyway, back to my rich uncle. So the big thing is that I want to touch on some things here. The inappropriate touching, okay? Now, I told my rich uncle that my rich uncle thinks that I'm mad at him because I let him, or wait, my rich uncle thinks that I'm mad at him because he tried to touch my Clooney. And what that means is, I don't know. Somehow he thinks that I have hair that's like George Clooney's hair. And I said this one one time. I was like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And somehow me trying to say I don't see the resemblance now means that I'm pissed off at him because he's touching my Clooney. And even if he's touching my Clooney, that's inappropriate touching, okay? What if I just came up to him and started rubbing his head? Like, what the fuck? You fucking weirdo. I'm not gonna go into his sexuality shit. Because frankly, I don't give a shit about that. I think it's fucking weird. I'll just say this. I think it's fucking weird that we don't know what the fuck he has. Okay? We don't know if he's gay. No one knows if he's gay. No one knows if he's straight. No one knows if he's bisexual. And the only thing I gotta say about that is, for all any of us know, even my mom, for any of us know, he can have an inside-out vagina, for all I know. That's all.
Dude, I wanna fuck a bitch. Are there any bitches that watch my channel? Probably not. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't be referring to you ladies as bitches if I want to have sex with you, but if any of you fine ladies that watch my channel find me just extraordinarily attractive and irresistible, please hit me up. You can hit me up in my comment section and I'll respond to you ladies. I believe all of you are beautiful in some form or fashion.
All I gotta say about that. the man's sexuality really isn't I don't really care. Because I have gay friends, I have transgender friends, and to me it's like, I don't give a shit, okay? So, I mean, I'd like to know what the guy is, but it's like, if he's gay, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's kind of weird that nobody knows what the fuck he does, you know? And I'm not going to talk anymore about that. Well, let's get into the meat.
Shouldn't you just like automatically assume everybody's straight?
Grinder.
Because it's like 95% of people.
So,
So like rude to say.
first off, he lies. And I've already went into detail about what he lies about. First off, you want to know why I don't like talking to him? Because everything that I say and everything that I do is up for judgment with this man, okay? And, okay, like I said before, my mom goes around and my mom tells him every single detail about
Oh,
what
my
I
fucking
do,
ciggies.
okay? So, I just started learning
Put them under my bed.
not to tell my parents anything that would bring back any kind of hatred toward from him. So I just stopped telling him
Oh,
a
there.
lot of shit.
Just
Like,
bought some
I
ciggies.
don't
Oh,
tell
look
him
at all
when I
that
get
booze.
a job anymore. I don't tell him when I get a girlfriend, if I got a girlfriend. Okay? I don't tell him a lot of that shit.
I'm turning the light off. I'm gonna start keep drinking my fucking beer.
But you know, Gravy coming down the stairs. She's fucking loud. But so here's the thing, though. Like, my rich uncle will judge me for anything that I do, anything that I fucking do.
Sleep
So,
stream.
Back when I was in South Buffalo, here's what really pissed me off. And I got this on video. I recorded the phone call. You can watch the phone call on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Where first off he goes and yeah, that video. I was in South Buffalo and when I was working at what do you call it? Oh my God, what's that place called? I was working for P.S. Elliott Services, and I was working at that Arubis or whatever it's called. I went out to the bus stop to go to work, okay, and I go out there and I found a note that was taped onto what do you call it, like a street light pole. And it said, "We are watching you, Water Buffalo." And at the time, me and my rich uncle were on good terms. And I told him about it. And he thought that I made the whole thing up. And that pissed me off, okay? Because like I said in the past, nothing pisses me off more than A, being called a liar, okay? Updates. A, being called a liar. 2, saying that I'm making something up, which is kind of being called a liar anyway. Being called a liar, or saying that, or just, marginalizing a lot of what I say. So, somehow, some way, my rich uncle concluded that I was making up this whole thing where I found the sign on the fucking corner, and he's saying that I made that up. For some odd reason, I made it up. Okay? And it's weird, too, because that really did piss me off, though. And I'll tell you why. First and foremost, because I went to the police station with this, okay? And I found the king of the cops at the police station when we went there, okay? And I gave the thing I found to the king of the cops, okay? So I filed a police report about this. And for my rich uncle to go around now and say, hey, Mike, you're making this all up. That is a felony. That's a crime, right? I don't know if it's a felony, but it's a crime to make a fake police report about this, about something. And for my rich uncle to sit there and pretty much make a mockery of it, like just saying, you made this up, without any kind of thought into it, that made me mad, okay? So it's not just about, oh, he's mad because I'm touching his Clooney or something like that. And to be honest, I actually took the word Clooney, okay, and I gave it a different meaning, okay? Now everything, and try to understand this too, because it's a little confusing when I try to explain what my definition of the Clooney is. A Clooney is anything that is turned around and used to make somebody sound like they're an idiot, okay? For example, it's pretty much anything that you can use. Okay, for example, okay, I applied a couple months ago to Roswell Park Cancer Institution, okay, and I had to turn down the job, okay, and my parents thought it was because, that I turned down the job because I was too lazy to get, the tuberculosis test or something like that, okay, and yeah, I thought the tuberculosis test was a little weird, you know, considering that they don't test every single person coming in and out of that place like they should be doing with immunosuppressed patients. Like, they don't test every single visitor that comes and goes from that place for tuberculosis. And actually, there's a lot of diseases that you can give somebody that are immunosuppressed that aren't tuberculosis. And the only one that they're testing for is tuberculosis. You know, who knows? Somebody can come in with fucking anthrax. Somebody could come in with, like, I don't know, whatever fucking weird disease. Ebola. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that it wasn't about the tuberculosis test, even though I said, yeah, the tuberculosis test was a little weird. But, okay, whatever. The reason I turned it down was because they required me to have a high school diploma, okay? And, you know, fighting with the school to get a copy of my diploma, fighting with City Hall to get a copy of my diploma, you know, I'm gonna have to come back to that job after I get a GED, okay? Even though I have a fucking high school diploma, you know, that, you know, but because I can't show it, because I never actually received it in the mail, I technically dropped out of school, okay? I'm considered dropped out. Okay, so that's the reason. But no, everybody keeps saying, oh, you didn't take the job because of the tuberculosis test. Well, the tuberculosis test is the Clooney. Okay? It's something that people are using, you know, in order to make a case against me, pretty much. The same thing happened when I quit BJ's as well. It was my parents saying, oh, well, you quit BJ's because they're only hiring you because you have problems or something. That's not even true, okay? Yes, I did find out that, and this is probably with most jobs too, when you fill out an application for a job, you have to put down, like, are you disabled, or are you a veteran, or whatever the fuck it might be. And they do that for tax purposes. They get so much in tax breaks if they hire a veteran or if they hire someone with disabilities. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, but that's not why I quit. The reason I quit was because, first off, I was doing carts. Okay, and I just didn't feel comfortable with the cart job, okay? And what happened was, a couple times because I don't know, BJ's, it seems like their parking lot's kind of like on a slant, you know? And a lot of times, like a lot of times I'd be getting a bunch of carts to bring them back, and they go all over the place, okay? And that was a problem, okay? Because a couple times I actually hit a car. Okay, I hit a couple cars with the carts. It didn't do any damage, but it happened, okay? And I didn't want to be liable for damaging someone's car really bad with a cart. I mean, when it happened with me, probably just like a light tap with the thing, but I could see times when it could have been a lot worse. So that, plus I wasn't allowed to wear gloves. I wasn't allowed to wear a jacket, and this was in the middle of winter too. I wasn't allowed to wear gloves. I wasn't allowed to wear a jacket, okay, because the gloves and the jacket didn't say BJ's on it. I got a hat, though, from BJ's, and I still actually have it. It's right here. It's right here. So, you guys see that? It's right here. BJ's hat. Okay? And I should actually be rocking this. I've actually never worn this, but it has all kinds of cat fur on it. So, I actually, there we go. There we go. Now I look cool, don't I? Represent. This thing sucks. No, but anyway, where's the cool BJ's? Now I got hat head. So yeah, I got a hat that says BJ's on it. So
I like getting BJ's.
my prop for the evening or something. I should wear this more often during my rants. But no, I couldn't wear gloves. I couldn't wear a jacket. Fuck this thing. Because the gloves and the jacket didn't say BJ's on it. But I had to wear this fucking yellow vest that goes over it with, it's like a crossing guard thing. So that was something I had to wear. But no, it was what it was is I didn't want to be liable for the carts hitting the cars. And I wanted to wear gloves and I wanted to wear a coat in the middle of winter. Okay, that wasn't that, I'm not going to sit there and whatever. But no, everybody says, oh, it's because you're too proud because they only hired you because you're disabled. Me being hired as disabled is the Clooney. You get where I'm saying about this now? So, with my rich uncle, okay, he thinks that the reason I don't talk to him is because he touched my Clooney. Not true. It's because he judges everything that I do. And I know that he does it too. For, like, when the whole thing with Clint happened, okay, I made it a point to not tell my rich uncle about what happened with it. Because I know he would go on a shit storm about that. Okay? So, for a little bit, I didn't tell him, okay? And it wasn't until Drunkle got a hold of him and told him. And if you don't know who Drunkle is, he's my other uncle. Dumb as a rock and he's always drunk, okay? Then the whole family disowned him, But anyway, but then again, my rich uncle is an alcoholic. But we don't care about that because he has a job. That's pretty much the gist of it. He's a worse alcoholic than Drunkle is. But no, we don't call him an alcoholic because he's not. He has a job and he has a lot of fucking money. Which means a lot of fucking loans for the family. You know what I'm saying? Which also means we have to kiss his ass every 2 seconds. Pretty much, I'm the only one that won't kiss my rich uncle's ass, and he hates that. So the thing is that because the whole world doesn't revolve around fucking money, okay? And I know he thinks that, and even my dad says it. Even my dad said, he's like, my dad was watching the video of mine ranting about the Christmas, and he's like, yeah, he thinks I'm an idiot, but I'm the only one with the cash, and he fucking flips out this big wad of, my dad flips out this big wad of cash, like he thinks that means something to him. You know what I'm saying? Like you think that means something to him or me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? It's the same thing with my rich uncle. It's like, oh, you better butter up your rich uncle because he has the money. And it's like he gets away with like everything in the family. If let's just say if my drunkle did half the shit my rich uncle did, he'd be out on the street. He is on the streets because he did half the shit. So he rich uncle gets a free pass on everything. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? And I don't even want to get into the generation. Okay, we'll get into this generation thing. Your generation, you know, he's like what? He's like one of those baby boomer generation people. You want to start getting into this? Because he was ranting. My rich uncle was ranting and raving about how my generation is lazy and how my generation doesn't want to work and is always wanting their hand out. And let me explain something to you, rich uncle. It's not our generation that's lazy. It's not our generation that doesn't want to work. It's your generation, and I'll explain why. Okay? First off, you're a baby boomer. Okay? Which means it would, now I gotta get the exact dates, because let me get the exact dates here, because you know, before my rich uncle comes back and says, "Oh, I'm not a baby," well, we're gonna prove that right now that he's a fucking baby boomer. So, hold on, because there's a specific dates that you have to be born. Okay. So, let me see here. Baby boomers are people born during the demographic post-World War II baby boom, approximately between the years 1946 and 1964. Okay, and I don't even know how old he is. Let's see. My mom is, what again? My mom's like, she's like in her 50s. I'm pretty sure my rich uncle is, well, let's see something here. I don't even know how old am I, like 55. Okay, and my rich uncle is a little older in terms, so he's like a year older. So let's see something here. Let's see, we're going to do 2017 minus, let's say 56, because we're doing this. So let's say my rich uncle was 56. Okay, he would be born in 1961. Okay, I'm pretty sure my mom was born like 62 or 63. I can't remember. But anyway, they both are baby boomers. Okay, so let's break that down. Okay, so right now the baby boomers are, and here's a little history lesson here. Okay, just in case you're too dumb to know about what this is. Okay, so the baby boomers are the biggest. They're the biggest population right now, because it's like when 1946, like 1945 was when World War II ended, and then all the soldiers came home and they just had fucking babies. Okay, that's what they call it. Okay, that's why it's called the baby boom generation. So anyone born between 46 and 64 is a baby boomer. Now, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing now, okay? Back then, okay, you have all these fucking people being born, okay? You have all these people being born, and like nowadays it's like they're all ready to die. Okay? So they're getting older. They you know, so here's what happens is that, you know, 1946, you know, in the 50s, that's like when it got big, you know, but 46 to 64 is like the big range there. So 50s were when it started getting real big with this. And So what happens is, all throughout the 50s, all throughout the 60s, 70s, you know, whatever, people. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When my rich uncle was younger, okay, he could have paid when he was like 18, 19, just got out of high school or whatever. Even like during high school, you know, you have those little summer jobs or whatever. You could pay for an entire education, entire fucking college education on a summer job, okay? You ever see like family? Here's the thing. When you look back, when you see a family of like 4 or 5, okay? Back in the 50s, okay, when you see a family of 4 or fucking 5, you know, what do you usually see? It's one man, okay, and they're doing a job, okay. They work. It's one guy doing work. The man has a job, and the woman does the cleaning and the fucking housework or whatever. And I'm not trying to make this a sexist thing, but that's what happened. So, back then, okay, you can have a job that will pay. You can have a job back when my rich uncle was growing up, okay? You can have a job that can support a family of 5. One job, family of 5, you could support a family of 5 on a job, okay? Now, here's the thing, okay? Back then, too, you always hear about shit, you know, oh, everything was cheaper back then. Well, yeah, of course it was. Now, the reason it was cheap was because it wasn't actually cheaper, okay? It was because the value of the dollar was more. You know how you can buy, you know how people say, oh, I went to the show back in the 60s, it only cost me a dime or something like that. You get to see 2 movies, 3 Stooges, and a cartoon or something like that. And then you get and then it's a nickel for a popcorn, and they use. Now I'm sounding like my dad, but you know what I'm saying, okay? It's not that it like back then a nickel was like a lot of money. That's like having $5 now. So, and that's what happened. But yes, things were cheaper as well, okay? Milk was cheaper, okay? And thus, you know, the thing is that college education was pretty cheap back then, okay? When I say you could buy a whole education, I'm exaggerating. You probably couldn't, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if you could, okay? I'm just saying that it was really fucking cheap, okay? And that's what happened, okay? That's what happened. You know, people were going to school, people were going to college, whatever. Cheap education, cheap fucking degrees and whatnot back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Okay, so now, so here's the thing today, okay? The baby boomers are getting fucking, getting older. A lot of them are dying. That's why, back in 2006, back like 2 days ago, okay, this is why it seemed like every week there was another fucking celebrity dying. You know what I'm saying? It was all like the musicians that grew up during that time. That's why, because they're all fucking getting older and they're fucking dying. Okay, it's not, whatever. But so anyway, here's the thing. Here's the point I'm trying to make here, is that like you would never the thing is that with my generation, which would be what? It wouldn't be the baby boomers, would it? It would be, I don't know, 84. I would be a millennial, okay? And I hate that fucking term, but it's kind of what it is. But anyway, with that being said, everything's gone up in price, okay? And our generation, we actually have to have, there is no fucking full-time jobs anymore, okay? That's not our fault, okay? That's not your fault either, but there's just no full-time jobs because no one wants to pay for the benefits anymore. Healthcare, whatever. You can blame Obama, okay? Don't blame me. I didn't vote for Obama, but whatever. The point is that we're not the lazy ones here, okay? We actually have to, we're actually more not lazy than you think, okay? And the thing is that when I know people that are like my age, okay? And a lot of these people are actually working 2, 3 part-time jobs. Because let's face it, you can't get a fucking full-time, it's hard to get a full-time job anymore. So they have to work like 2, 3 part-time jobs just to afford rent. And that's just rent. That's not anything else. That's not like the builds or anything. So they're working their fucking asses off, and they're foregoing a lot of the more luxuries that you take for granted. Like a lot of my generation doesn't drive because it's too expensive. You can't. It's like unless you're rich, you don't get to drive. And it's unfortunate, but we were just born into this, and I'm seeing that a lot more now. A lot of my generation doesn't want to have children because, it's too much. We can't even afford to take care of ourselves on 2, 3 part-time jobs, to pay for rent. And this is why you see a lot of my generation still living with their parents. And when you think about it, you can't just like you sit there and say that that I'm lazy or whatever, but and then of course a lot of us will take the extra help. Why wouldn't we? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't we take the extra help? And it's not like we're not thinking it's like a handout or anything. It probably is, but you know what? If somebody comes in and steps in and say, hey, you want food stamps? Hell yes, I'll take the fucking food stamps. Oh, you want some extra money? Hell yes, I'll take the fucking extra money. I'm working fucking 4 jobs over here. I'll take the fucking extra money. I'll take whatever I can get, And it's not about being lazy, because what I think my rich uncle thinks is that, our generation just wants to sit home all day and play with ourselves all day. Which would be pretty fucking awesome, but no, it's not. Most of us do have jobs. It's not. And you know, a lot of us, you know, like when I keep hearing this too. Why don't you go to school? Well, okay, but first off, school is expensive. Okay? Let's face it, school is fucking expensive. And the people that do go to school are fucked over more than people that don't. Okay? Yeah, you could probably go to school and get a slightly better job. I know people that have gone through college and they didn't even get a job. Like, they don't even have a job. Or they're doing shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? But now on top of it, they have to pay back student loans. You know? So, I mean, it really depends on getting lucky, I guess. But, like I'm saying, we're not really that lazy. It's just, we just take more of that handouts, as you call it, because that's what makes us make ends meet. You know, if I were to get 2-3 part-time jobs and try to pay for rent, bills, food, and health insurance, I wouldn't be able to afford it. Okay? I just wouldn't. And that's pretty much true of anything. Okay? I mean, in a way, you're taking a handout. Even though it's part of what you make for work, it's a full-time job, so they must give health care. See, that's all that's kind of like a handout, even though you're working for it. But then again, if you were working, you would still have to pay the health care. So it's like the burden comes off of you anyway. And like I said before, a lot of us don't drive, okay? And I know, because now this is a big thing too, okay? And I'll get into this, okay? If one day you wake up and you have to go to work, you're like, oh, I gotta go to work, so I'm gonna start my car, and your car doesn't start, what would you do about that? Okay? Now, pretend like you can't work from home. Okay? What would you actually do about that? Okay? What would you actually do about that? Like, let's pretend you can't work from home, like you could. Okay? You would just take off that day, and then you would like try to get your car fixed, and you wouldn't go to work until the car was fixed. Or you would have somebody drive you to your job. See, that's the problem here. We don't have. Our generation doesn't have that. Okay? If I was driving and my car broke down, my car wouldn't start, and I had to call in and say, hey, boss, my car won't start. I can't come in. You know what they would say? Mike, we don't need you anymore. Okay? Now, that's a problem, okay? So, with that said, we don't need you anymore. So, they fire you. And now, see, the thing is that I would just take, like, if that happened to me, I would just take the bus, okay? But because you're so high and mighty that you think that's below you, or you think, I'll just have somebody drive me to work, you know, that's not gonna, you know, now that's relying on somebody else. Like, I have no problem going to fucking work on a bus, okay? Like, I don't even think twice about it. You couldn't do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that we have to work a little bit harder than you. We have to take the shitty jobs. We have to take 2 or 3 shitty jobs in order to pay rent, in order to pay for the bills around here. Okay? Either we take the 2 or 3 shitty jobs to do that, or we could take the 2 jobs and get fucking some food stamps and, you know, the fucking rental assistance or whatever. So don't tell us that we're lazy, okay? Not when, you know, you can pay for your entire fucking life a one fucking job. We can't do that. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. And then you sit there and say, well, we're late. And okay, well, whatever, we're lazy. I don't give a shit. Okay, we're taking 3-4 jobs to pay for our fucking rent, but we're lazy. Okay. And then you get it, and then I remember one time you're bitching about, oh, you're all spoiled. You all get a trophy or something. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, it's called a participation trophy. And we didn't ask for those. Okay? It's like, we didn't ask for the participation trophy. Okay? I think it's stupid. We didn't ask for it. You know, you want to talk about participation trophies. Now, think about this for a second, okay? This is going to blow your fucking mind, okay? Who came up with I want to know who came up with the idea of a participation trophy. You know, like where you participate in something and you probably didn't win first prize, but you get a trophy anyway, you know? Like, I want to know who came up with that. I bet you it was, because you're saying it's our generation that gets the trophies, but we're the ones getting them. Who's the ones giving them to us? I want to know who invented that idea. It was probably one of your generation that invented it, you know? Your generation raised my generation. Okay? So, yeah, think about it. Think about it here. Think about it. You're bitching that to me that I'm getting. And by the way, I think the participation trophy is stupid. That's my personal belief. I think it's stupid. Okay? You know why? Because it's like, we get it, and it's like, okay, so you get a trophy because you participated in some dumb activity. And you probably didn't win. You probably didn't get first prize or whatever it was. But you got a trophy anyway because you were part of it. It's like the game. It's like they're laughing at you. It's like, oh, you didn't win. Here's something anyway. Here's a stupid fucking trophy. You know, it's like we know that we didn't deserve it, but we get them anyway. And I've heard stories about this too, where these kids that get these things, they're throwing them out because they think it's stupid, and they have to throw them out in secret because the parents get fucking pissed off when they throw this shit out. It's like we have to go behind their back and throw this shit out because their generation gave us the trophies. And now we're trying to get rid of their fucking junk, okay? But that's a different story. But you know what? When you think about it, who invented that? Probably some fucking stupid person in your generation that fucking invented it. So I don't want to hear about, oh, you get your participation trophy. Well, Stop giving them to us, okay? It doesn't make sense. Like, why? And what is this whole thing about? Like, it seems like your generation is all about fighting people. Oh, when somebody says something nasty to me, I just punch them in the face. You know, when I think about it, you're not tough, rich uncle. Let's go back and see what you're you want to see how fucking tough you are. Let's see here. Your big claim to fame that I know of is that you beat up a fucking midget. So fucking tough that you can't even beat up someone your own size. You punched my drunk uncle, but you punched him when he was under the influence of whatever the fuck he was huffing that time. Really? So the only way you can punch somebody is if the person you're punching is somehow drugged enough that they won't fight back. So you're so tough that you beat up fucking midgets. You're so tough that you beat up drugged people. Okay? Why don't you beat up anybody? What you're so and then of course you didn't come to my aunt's or your aunt's I should say. You didn't come to her 70th birthday party because you're so afraid of me. Why are you afraid of me? Why? It's like the last minute. I'm not coming. Okay, well, there goes that. You didn't, you know, you're so afraid of me. You act all tough, but let's see. You beat up a fucking midget, and you beat up my drunk uncle that was fucking under the influence of drugs. Okay? Why don't I just be? What's next? What's next with you, Richie? What, are you gonna just start punching out blind people now? You know? You're the next thing you know, you're gonna start punching out blind people. What are you gonna do? Kick some guy's ass that's in a wheelchair next? You know? We're gonna just like body slam like a retard next or something? We're gonna do like fucking kick a little kid in the head? Why don't you try fighting a real man like me? Now here's the other thing too. Your generation's all about fighting. That's what I say. Yeah, it's all about fighting, and starting fights, because that's all you know how to do. Problem comes up, just fucking punch him in the face. Oh, a midget, a fucking midget, tried to stab me with a key in the fucking leg. So I'm just gonna boot him in the face. You don't even know how to beat up real people, okay? Now let's go back to this participation trophy bullshit. I agree. I fucking agree. I think that the participation trophies are dumb, they're weird, and they're stupid. Okay? We didn't ask for them. We weren't like, hey, can I get a trophy? Can I get a participation trophy? Where I still want to, let's look that up. I want to see the history of a participation trophy. I want to see who invented the participation trophy. What is it? Participation. Oh, history. Here we go. I want to know I want to know who started this shit. No, you're not the loser. You're the last winner. That's the big thing. I'm entitled. And the thing is too, it's like I don't feel like I feel like I'm entitled to that tablet that I got. Not because I should just get a tablet. That's not what I'm saying. I had a tablet that was destroyed because my dad wanted to be lazy about my wash. And hold on. And I feel that I should be getting another tablet because it should be replaced. That's my thought here. And here's the thing now. Oh, God. So here's the thing. If I were to... Here's the thing here. And this is completely hypothetical here. If I were to go to your house and throw a rock through your window, okay? Would you expect me to try to replace that window? Now, think about that for a second. Would I be required to... Yeah, I probably would. And depending on the circumstances, you'll probably call the police and all that bullshit too. But because you're supposedly a good person, you're just, well, you get to replace the window. Well, what if I come back and says, I'm not replacing the window? And you're like, why not? And he's like, well, first off, you have to sit there and earn your window back. And then on top of that, you're only getting it as a Christmas gift. Now, how would that make you feel? Wouldn't you not be fucking pissed? Okay? So, that's all I gotta say about that. That's how I feel. Okay? That's the way I feel about this whole thing. So, I mean, it's like if I told my mom, oh, my mom finds $1,000 missing out of her purse, you come back, oh, you steal my $1,000? Yeah. Well, you need to replace that. No. What do you mean, no? No. First off, you have to sit there and take me to fucking Disney World, or whatever the fuck. You have to take me to fucking Florida like you promised me 2 years ago. What else? I want you to, stop going to the casino, and then you'll get it back at Christmas time. She would be fucking pissed off about that. Okay, but this isn't about her. This is about you, okay? You feel that I'm entitled to something, and I don't feel that. Of some things I am, like the tablet. I feel that I needed to be. I feel like the tablet needed to be fucking replaced because they broke it. They broke my last one. So, with that said, I expect a new one. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't feel, and I can't find really what the history of a participation trophy is. Okay, all I know is that ugh. Yeah. So, and this is the other thing too. It's like your generation has put so much emphasis on sports too. I don't get it. It's like I remember the one time you were telling me, oh, like you get a fucking trophy for being was it the last loser in a sports. It's like, and then you said something like, well, your generation doesn't even play sports. It's like, why the fuck do you care? I don't even like sports. Like, why does that bother you that I don't like sports? You wouldn't know that because you don't play sports. Like, why does that bother you? Is that really a problem that I don't like sports? It's like what? Like, I don't do that, okay? Like, what the fuck, you know? So, get over it. And then, but that's a funny thing. I mean, I just want to know who invented that whole idea of the trophy thing. You gotta think about it. It's our generation getting the trophies, and who gives out the trophies? It's probably like the coach or whatever. I don't know, but if the coach is giving them out, the coach has to be a little older than these kids, you know. So these kids are getting trophies from your people from your generation. Is all I'm saying. Your generation invented the trophy that you loathe so much. You know, to me, I think it's stupid, but I don't give it. I don't really look at it like, oh, that's fucking stupid. Like, you're so Like, I don't look at it like that. I just say that's fucking stupid and just like end my day like that. You know. I don't sit there and say, well, that's spoiledness. I don't know. Then you have to sit there and, you know, and you can even look at examples of this. Like you look at like the King of the Cops, okay, and if you remember, he's like a little younger than you probably, I think, and whoa. What is that? Oh, that's my cat. So he's a little younger than you, and he's probably like a generation before me, I guess. Not mine, but between us, I guess. I don't know, but you gotta remember how his mother treated him. Always protective of him. So, I'm guessing she was actually a generation before you. Okay, I don't know what you call that, but I don't know. But that's something to think about. When somebody's getting spoiled, guess who's the one getting fucking spoiled? we were just born into this. We weren't asking, oh, can we get a fucking trophy? I didn't ask for that. You know, I didn't ask for that. And you know, it's that shit that pisses everyone off. If that shit pisses everyone off, piss me off. Telling me that I'm making shit up. I'm like, what? I don't make shit up. You know, I just go by what I see, what I hear, what I observe, you know. And that's about it. I mean, you told me yourself that you drink 2 bottles, what was it? You drink like 2 bottles of Jack Daniels a night. Okay? I'm just going by what you said, brah. You know? And, that's about it. As for Benderson, though, I've already said my thing. Because of Benderson, Ski Mask left Buffalo. One of my fucking idols from childhood is now in exile on the Big Island because of Benderson, okay? He's in exile on the Big Island. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It's Hawaii. But it's not like Honolulu. He's like, he's gone like, Ski Mask lives on like a fucking volcano now, okay? Because your company, Benderson Development, just had to take it a step too far and get rid of the flea market. Just so that another fucking Walmart can be put in its place. Like, you have all this empty space. You couldn't have put the Walmart somewhere else. No, you had to destroy something that was unique to Western New York. And you had to destroy something that was unique to Western New York. The flea market. And put a Walmart on it. Something that I can go to anywhere I go to in the world. But no. And then then people wonder why the city has nothing anymore. You gotta wonder why there's no tourists in this city. Because there's nothing to come to here. You see what I'm saying? Everything in Buffalo is gone. And it's all because companies like Benderson Development. Yeah, and I know Nate's dead. You know, the thing is that Nate loved the flea market. Okay? Nate loved the fucking flea market. Okay? When he died, it was the son that took over, right? So, by taking away the flea market, he's spitting on the legacy of Nate Benderson. You see what I'm saying here? And knowing you probably supported that decision. You supported taking away something that was unique to Western New York. Okay? If it was up to Benderson Development, every fucking street corner would have a fucking McDonald's. Every street corner would have a fucking Walmart. You're gonna put these little businesses out of business just so you can have a fucking Walmart. Do we really need another Walmart in the area? Do we really need this? and you know, you fucking put fucking Ski Mask in exile over in Hawaii so that you can get a Walmart in there. Okay? I don't appreciate that. You're driving people out of Buffalo. You know, and I know Cheektowaga, yeah, that's cheap. Well, guess what here? Permanent boycott on Cheektowaga, okay? There's no reason for me to go to Cheektowaga. You know, there's no fucking reason I should be going to Cheektowaga, okay? So permanent boycott on Cheektowaga. And I know part of this is because of their zoning, their commercial zoning thing. And that's true because they have that whole fucking town under a commercial zoning thing. So that's partially the fault of Cheektowaga town government there as well. But you're not gonna see, you know, you can't. There's no reason I should be going to Cheektowaga. That's the point. Okay? Not when I can, not when I can go, like, okay, for example, there's no reason I should be going to Cheektowaga because there's nothing there. Okay? Everything is, it's like a business there now. Everything is just like a Walmart. There's a fucking Target. There's a fucking, corporate mall there. You know what I'm saying? Anything you can get in Cheektowaga, you can go to like Elmwood Strip and get yourself, and you don't have to sit there and go to fucking Walmart for. You know, I'd rather go to the fucking Clinton and Bailey flea market than go to fucking Walmart. And here comes my next thing. You threaten to call the police if I mention Benderson on a video. Bring it! Bring it! Bring it, dude! Bring it! First off, you need my fucking address. Okay? Which isn't hard to find, by the way. Because here's the thing. If you get the police over here, then I get to get mad at my mom because my mom wasn't supposed to tell you where I lived. You see how this works? By you calling the police on me, you are blowing in my mother. And I know she told you where I live. But she said she didn't tell you. So I'm not giving away my address to you. This means that you would have that means that my mom would have told you where I lived. And this means that by you calling the police, you are actually blowing in my mother. You want to blow in my mother? I don't give a shit. Do it. I don't give a shit. But you know what? I don't even see what the fuck kind of crime I committed. Benderson. I guess I just got what is it, like fucking 5 counts of saying Benderson in like 10 seconds there. You see? Benderson. You want to make that 11 counts of me saying Benderson on a video? That doesn't make sense. I can go to fucking Yelp and do a fucking review on Benderson. Okay? And it's allowed. I'm allowed to do that. Okay? Because I can. And I will. I could say it's a terrorist organization. They support Israel. It's a terrorist organization. It's like if a company supports what is it? Fucking Syria. I don't know. Whatever. Yemen. where the fuck these people come from, you know? You would call that a terrorist organization. You see how this works here? Because the United States doesn't consider Israel to be a terrorist organization. Or a terrorist country, I should say. Because more 6 million. Because somehow saying that about Israel is going to sit there and you're going to be called anti-Semitic or I don't know, whatever it is. Because you're saying something naughty about Jews. And like I said before, I don't support either side. You know, I don't care if they blow themselves up. Leave us out of it. You know, but you want to be the Donald Trump of the family? Come on, let's go. Let's be Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a pussy, and he grabs by the only thing that's different about you and fucking Donald Trump is that you don't have the hot wife. Okay, that's the only thing that's different. You're both racist. You both you both are fucking arrogant. And my dad also brought up the thing about the schizophrenia again. Well, he says, "Oh, I'm not gonna go to your appointment." Oh, really? So you don't really care if I'm schizophrenic or not? You don't even want to see, because he knows he's wrong anyway. I said, pick a fucking psychiatrist. I'll go, and that would be that. Oh, well, I don't want to go. Well, that just blows that whole idea out of the water. What's next? Okay, well, I'll go see a psychiatrist and to see if I have schizophrenia. When my rich uncle goes to a psychiatrist to see if he has narcissistic personality disorder. This is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Oh man, it's like butt crack sweaty tonight. It's like the middle of Rocktober, and it's like butt crack sweaty in here. I forget if I showed you kiddies this, but I have a new weapon. That's if I see Brandy ootin' a boot, I can go up to her and do this with her ass. I can like smack her apple booty with my swat. You know what I'm saying? She probably like that too much. See, this is what we men, this is what we alpha males call locker room talk. See, Donald Trump likes to do locker room talk, and so do I. I identify as Trump gender. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Trumpkin. Ow. Like Trumpkin. Trumpkin pumpkin. Make America scary again. Alright.
Massa, make America scary again.
But see, I'm so fucking alpha that I'm sitting here in my big tidy Wise. And I'm gonna rant right now. I'm eating Doritos. I'm eating Cool Ranch. I like these ones. And I got a tub of Bison French onion dip. You can only get this in Buffalo, by the way. The Bison dip. It's good. But you might be able to get it like at an import store or something. But as for like the grocery store, nah. You can't. Now, here's my my rant, okay? So I tried to do this rant a couple days ago, and I was just not up to it. Like, I was just so, you know, I wasn't really, I just wasn't feeling right. And I did the rant, and like I ended up